Looking forward to seeing what these guys have to say. But first, Tom Brady looked less than spectacular in the Patriots' 13-9 win over the Cowboys. The 42-year-old quarterback, I almost said 32. I don't know where that came up from. The 42-year-old QB completed, that's what I mean, less than 50% of his passes and failed to reach 200 yards. But one anonymous NFL executive told The Athletic, quote, "Don't be fooled by Brady's struggles and that Brady is still completely deadly." 42 years old. Just want to remind everyone of that. Joining us now, Fox Sports contributor, Rob Parker. What is your reaction to this one, Rob?
Completely deadly. Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah,
and I'm not buying that. That NFL executive, this is they love to do the lifetime achievement when it comes to Tom Brady. They want to give him mad respect. They want to act like this is going to be last year where maybe he didn't play that well during the end of the season, and then all of a sudden the playoffs come around and he wins. But if we want to be real about even last year in the playoffs, Shannon and Skip, he didn't have this monster playoff. In the 3 playoff games, including the Super Bowl, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. That's all he had. He also had 0 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. And let's go back. He's had, when you look at the last 12 games, 7 of the last 12 games, he's had 1 touchdown or less. He's had 4 games with no touchdowns if you include the Super Bowl and the 11 games this year. So for him to say that Tom Brady is playing possum and he still got it, he doesn't have Gronk, he doesn't have Josh Gordon, he doesn't have Antonio Brown, who he had for a hot minute.
Keep going.
Right? He doesn't have any of those guys. Last year, finished in the top 10. Skip, you love the QBR. This year, 14th. Go look at completion. Last year, 18th, which wasn't that great. This year, 24th. So all the numbers that are coming in signal a change in Tom Brady. So for this executive to act like Tom Brady, oh, he's still lethal and don't buy into what's going on. Tom is playing a little game. He's going to act like he's struggling and then all of a sudden light it up. That guy is totally off base and should resign as GM of the Lions. He must be the GM of the Lions because who else would be saying this?
You know, so I'm going to get this right. Follow me here, Rob. So Tom Brady is struggling because that's what he's saying. Don't be alarmed by Tom Brady's struggle. So he's actually struggling. So someone said that out loud, Jenny. So Shannon ain't making it up. I'm not a hater. Someone else said that what I've been saying.
You are a hater, but you're overwhelmed by the hate of this man.
Who, me?
This is real hate. This is pretty big hate.
I've tried to tell you this as a player that once played, and I'm never going to tell anybody or try to make people believe I was as great as Tom Brady, because I wasn't, but I was a pretty good player.
You're a Hall of Famer.
The thing that happened to me as I started to get older, I couldn't summon those great performances like I could in my prime. Could I have a big game? Yeah. In year 13, I went for 214 in a game. I had 3 in year 14. I had a game in which I had 3 touchdowns and went over 100 yards. So I could have a game here or there, Rob, but the consistency of putting those games back to back to back, I couldn't do it. And see what we see with Tom? Yeah, he can have a drive. Yeah, he can have a quarter. But the consistency of playing like that for the entirety of the game is no longer there, Skip. We haven't seen, early on last year, he played well. He struggled down the stretch. But you're like, okay. But now you're seeing it for a drive. You might see it for a quarter. Where's the consistency throughout the entirety of the game? We don't see that with Tom. And it's okay. Skip Father Time. Man, that joker got a record that's unbelievable. That man, they keep talking about all these, he's unbeaten, and once he get a title,
Undefeated.
No, he like 17 million and over. Because he's unrelenting, Skip. You know what? Because he got as much Gatorade and his college many timeouts as he want. Because this when you think you got him, Nick. My elbow hurt a little bit. My
elbow.
knee, my back, my knee and my back. No, Skip.
How's your back?
Great.
No father time around here.
No, it's not.
He's going to do it to both
Stop
of you
it.
again.
Thank you.
You're going to have to eat so many words. It just keeps happening over and over. we have Tom Brady Groundhog Day on Undisputed, year after year after year. The Hall of Famer said he's done in 2016, he's done in 2017. Rob's saying he was done in 2014.
At least I'm consistent.
Right? Yep.
You haven't given
and
up.
He still is not done. Tom Brady is 10-1. And the defense, according to the Hall of Famer, has been overrated all year.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what you said.
Not what I
They
said.
played nobody, and when they played
Well, they haven't
somebody,
played anybody.
Nick Chubb ran wild on them, and then the Ravens ran wilder
Yes.
on that defense. It's way overrated. Tom Brady has been doing it with mirrors. Tom Brady has been throwing to the immortal Gunnar Olszewski and the immortal Jacoby Myers. These are undrafted free agents. And the immortal Matt Lacoste at tight end in place of Rob Gronkowski.
Do they have helmets and uniforms?
They
or
have
no?
little to no running game this year because I don't know
Why
what
you need
happened
running
to
game? You
Sony
got Tom
Michel.
Brady.
Okay, but he has little to no, and until this past Sunday, he had no left tackle. So the offensive line was all-time leaky. In 20 years, he has had the worst protection this year of his all 20 years. And he's still afloat because he still leads the whole league in completions. He leads the whole league in what are called or deemed catchable passes. And he's tied for second in what are termed big pass plays. And he made a couple of big-time clutch moment throws against my Dallas Cowboys on Sunday that were vintage Tom Brady. The first throw to N'Keal Harry for the touchdown is just Brady-esque.
Yeah.
It's just, here he is again. Watch this.
Skipper, you can have
Whammo. Perfect outside shoulder throw.
That shoulder is great.
It's beautiful. It's perfect. And then how about the later throw on 3rd and long to Julian Edelman against quote-unquote double coverage? I don't even know what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, here we go. This is Jordan Lewis and Xavier Woods. Look at this. Whew. That looked like a pretty mobile, athletic quarterback to me.
Was
I
that a
don't know.
knuckleball? I saw a little flutter
But
on
Skip,
that.
here's the thing. Also, as we start to get older, and the guy mentioned it, he mentioned about who he didn't have. You see, when Tom Brady was great, we didn't worry about who he had.
No, he would get credit.
Now, as you get older, you need more and more help
But
to
Shannon-
do what you normally could do when you didn't need those guys.
He used to
You make a-
he used to get credit, and the whole narrative about Tom Brady was he did more with less.
Yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, that's his crutch. You can't have it both ways, Skip.
So the irony
he used
of
to
this
say he'd make
conversation
anybody
is-
great.
What quarterback do you love the most? Aaron Rodgers, who has become a declining, overrated myth. And you both continue to defend him.
He better than-
and
he
he's
better than
a
Brady right now.
once
Always has been better than
And
Brady.
statistically, across the board, Tom Brady's had a better year than Aaron Rodgers.
No, here's not. Let me ask you a question, Skip Bayless. If I were to say, okay, I'm going to put Aaron Rodgers in with the same defense in New England, and I'm going to take Tom Brady, and I'm going to put him in Green Bay, are the records different?
Oh, yeah. Green Bay would be unbeatable.
What?
Stop it.
Hey, do you guys, have you been watching Aaron Rodgers? Did you watch what happened at San Francisco? Did you watch what happened against the Chargers?
Did you watch him when he had the 5 touchdowns and he ran in one? First time any quarterback did that since 1991. Mark Rippon. That's how long it's been.
Did you watch the
I
last
watched that
play
game.
of
Did
a
you watch
home
that
game?
one?
Did you watch the last play of a home game? Aaron Rodgers lost to the Beagles? The Beagles at Lambeau. Last play of the game, he fails to see a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone.
I watched your guy beat the Beagles, but he didn't throw a touchdown pass. Julian Edelman did.
Yeah.
Maybe he
How
should play
about that
quarterback.
game?
That's a good
How about it? Who won that game?
No, see, it's always about that. But look at
Record.
Brady's stats. 4 games.
Yeah.
No touchdowns. The Super Bowl.
Tom Brady
no
was
touchdowns.
so
0.
upset after the game by lack of weapons and lack of protection because remember he had some no-name guy in his 7th team at left tackle for
You
that
know
whole
what his
game.
name? Marshall Newhouse.
Marshall Newhouse is there, and God
His
bless
family
him.
knows his name.
Okay, so Marshall Newhouse is attempting, and Tom Brady has to exit stage right. They're calling rollouts right for Tom Brady because he has no protection from his left tackle.
You see, everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
He's starting to sound like a little old Dak. Because you know when everything's perfect, the offensive line hold up, Zeke run for 150, the offensive line is great, Dak can be good.
Dak
I'm starting
in
to
the
see that
mix.
with Tom Brady.
Highest degree of difficulty of his whole career has been this year and they're 10-1.
Because they beat
Defense. He's going along for a great ride. He's riding a great car. Coach Belichick has got this car nobody's ever seen before.
The overrated defense, says Shannon Sharp.
No, this guy.
Yeah, that's what you told me.
We know the offense is over. It's not shouldn't be X-rated because they do jack.
That's how bad it's been.
Yeah, X-rated.
Boy, he sure did enough to beat my team.
That ain't saying much.
All right.
What about the Jets?
All right.
The Jets beat your team.
That's right.
The
We're
Jets
going to
beat your team.
have Rob stick around for this next one because it is the 10-year anniversary of Tiger Woods, the infamous car crash, and there are some things we need to talk about. That's next.